I'll skip the intro here for like the cinematics and stuff, but whatever. Alright, all welcome to Rome Total War. This is probably the first and best of the Total War series. I mean, there was Shogun Total War and Medieval Total War before this one, but here's probably the first like real good Total War game that sort of came out with the Total War series. And recently I decided I wanted to like revisit because of another game. Basically, John Schaffer's at the gates. But for the most part, I figured why not just drop a quick video for this and like show it off what it's all about. So we're just going to start a new campaign here. Let's go into an Imperial campaign. I might just play this off. We'll do a short campaign for it, which basically means I have to only, capture a few things for it to basically win. Let's see if it probably says in here what I do. Nope. Alright, so basically in this game, I'll note that House of Julii is basically the northern half of Italy up here. Basically the idea for this game is to try to conquer Europe as like the Roman Empire or one of the other factions. If you actually beat some of these other factions in the game, you'll actually get access to them as like starting things that you can actually use. But right now I'm just limited to like the three Roman factions here. The House of Julii, which basically is like the northern half of Italy. The House of Brutii, which is essentially these guys down here. They're basically like the southern half of Italy. And then there's the Roman Scipii family, which is basically over here and a little bit of Sicily, and then a little over there in central Italy. Depending on what you're doing for a short campaign, basically for a short campaign you have to conquer Pacific provinces. So for Carthage and Numidia Scipii, the Greek and Macedons as like the Brutii, and then of course you have to call this Gaul as the Julii. And well, let's just sort of jump into it and see what it's all about.
Gods, I hate Gauls. My grandfather hated them too, even before they put out his eyes. Did you think I'd be out here on the frontier without good reason? Yes, Rome needs a strong frontier. No! Rome doesn't need unwashed barbarians at her gates. So, that's why I'm here, the leader of the Julii, to bring Roman order to stinking Gauls. Revenge? That'd be good too. This war against the Gauls won't last long. And when it's done, I've got plans. This is all about power. Power in Rome. Going down that road means dealing with all my rivals. The Senate, the Greeks, those Carthaginian elephant riders, the Scipii and the Brutii families too. After all, the man who controls Rome rules the world. And one day, I will be emperor.
Alright, so there's the introduction for the Romans Julii faction. And by the way, you get these little quotes when you basically start these videos and stuff. Transition quotes basically. Alright, so same mission assigned. I'll note that if you're playing with the Roman faction, the families, basically you get the Senate basically telling you what to do. So they basically asked me to take Segestia here, which is this little Senate over here. I got a couple of faction, a couple of armies basically do it with my faction. I'll note by the way that down here, basically we've got the Scipii, you got the, the Brutii, they're all on the map too. Okay, you can go... I'm going to send him over here, I think, first to the Spanish. So let's have him just, march his way up over here. Now I'm sort of taking a roundabout way instead of going down here because there's usually an army in this path over here, so don't want to go around there.
Your Honor.
You can go up here, I guess. There's the Gaelic diplomat, by the way. That's basically the Gauls diplomat.
Watching and waiting.
Basically, this guy's diplomatic, so that's all he really is. We got two armies down here, and we got a few Hastati and stuff over here. These guys here can get over here, so let's have them just sort of march in and start doing that. Maintain the siege. By the way, this guy in here is my, I think he's my faction leader. Yeah, faction heir. Okay, this guy's the faction heir. So this is like his traits right here. Basically, he's like, the faction heir, so he gets a little bit of influence and stuff. He's, 31 of age, years of age. Over here, we got this guy. He's basically Quintus Julius. My faction leader must be actually on the battlefield here then. So this guy is Vitus Julius. And then we got this guy here who is Flavius Julius, the faction leader. So there's the faction leader out on the front line, I guess. He's going to be fighting for us. That's fine. I'm not sure if I want to stick him as the guest here, but whatever. You can go right in there. You can march in there. Now, if I want to, I could like just lay siege to this place and basically like, take it that way. That's always a possibility with like, Summits. You're going to lay siege to in this way until like, they fall over on you. Yeah, I got some Triary in my people here. Cool. Let's get ourselves a couple town walks right here. We'll get ourselves the... Let's see here, Ceres. Now, something I know about each of like these summits, like the Julii, the Scipii, and the Brutii, they all have like different shrines to people. I think they all have a shrine of Jupiter, but I know for these guys down here, these guys will have access to like Neptune as like one of their like temples, and we don't have that as the Julii. We have like Ceres and Bacchus here. So I'm just gonna open a building browser to see what these guys get for me. So let's go down to the temples. So basically this is like the Bacchus temple. When I get this up, I'll be able to get some happiness, growth, and law. If I go with like, this one, which is the Ceres one, I'll get access to happiness, growth, and law. And then of course there's Jupiter down here, which basically just gets me like, happiness, law, and chance to train Arcani. Alright, let's see here. I'm sort of fiddling with this stuff to see what's probably best for me. I'll note that I like to go with the Jupiter guys for the Scipii a lot, because basically they get the best bonuses for happiness and law, and that really gives you access basically to the Arcani for one, but it also gives you access to better basically issues with handling your prophecy if you want to tax them high, I guess. But I wouldn't mind going with Ceres here. So she's the god of grain and fertility here. And that would help my growth a little bit, I guess. So let's do that. Let's go with Ceres here. And I could go with paved roads as I want, but I think with this one here, let's go with communal farming first. We actually set the tax rate to be like high for now. Not very high, but just high for now. And this is like a big part of this game, by the way. You manage settlements, so you basically adjust the tax rate. Let's also make these guys go with this. Should probably recruit some guys. Let's get some town wash going in here and some town wash going in here. Oh, I got them in here. That's fine. All right, now these guys basically combine to one giant army. I could let it go a couple more turns basically to just automatically win, but let's actually get this over with really, really fast and I'll assault the settlement. Now, assaulting the settlement, I could just all battle if it's weak battle, and I could just easily beat this with a weak, with all battle, but let's just actually jump into the actual battlefield so you can see what it's all about. Fortuus Fortuna Adjuvat. Fortune favors the brave.
Today we make our own destiny then. Over there stand the rebel slaves. They are braver and more worthy than men of their type have any right to be. Those fools have never fought against me before. I hope to give them a nasty surprise. There is no shame in fear. There is only shame in letting fear rule you. Try not to look scared, and you'll find bravery in your heart.
Now, note by the way, whenever you start a battle with, like, you know, on a battlefield like this, you'll get your general basically telling you a little bit about what's going on. This guy up here is a tutorial guy.
The goal here is to capture.
Basically, the goal is like to capture Summit. That's all we have to really do. And my armors are more or less deployed here, so let's just, like, you know, get on with it, I guess. Why are these guys in the back? You guys can go in the front. And everything else is fine. So let's just start the battle.
You've pressed the guard mode button for the first time.
And by the way, I have to be very careful of like use buttons. Basically, WSD does not help you with this game, so you have to use the arrow cursors because this is an old game. But whatever, let's just go advance forward. We're just going to get these guys to march forward for us. Now, if I want to, I'm going to like control the game speed and let these guys march a little bit faster for me. Basically, they're going to move a little bit faster, but they're like just moving a normal time for the most part. There's an hourglass battle over here, but basically, like, you know, determines how long these battles are going to last. Basically, if these guys don't hold out for 43 minutes, then I'll basically lose as a result of that. See the enemies up there, the Ligurian rebels. I don't think they're going to sally out or anything, but let's get my guys up here on the hill. We're just going to go normal speed at this point. Really at this point, I want to just get my archers to, like, you know, weigh in on these guys. So let's have these guys go over there. You guys can go up here. They're both on fire at willet mode right now, so basically automatically fire when they're in range, these guys. I've already clicked on these guys, probably, well, I guess it doesn't work in the battle mode, but I'll basically show off what these guys are all about. Basically, you got, like, you know, a bunch of units here. The Hastati, the Triari, we got Velites, archers. Then I get these guys a little bit closer. These guys will basically archer at range over here. So there's these guys right here, barbarian peasants. These guys got a little bit too close, so I'm just going to back them off. Let's get my Hastati up a little bit closer. These guys are actually frontline troops, these guys here, so I can use them to sort of like pelt these guys a little bit, so. These guys in range? Yes, they are. So these guys, let's slowly pelt these guys down with, like, you know, arrow fire. The number of hours indicates how many guys are actually in, like, the battle formation, so. Get these guys to throw off their pilums at this guy. I actually want these guys to... We're going to back off a little bit. I more or less just want these guys to basically die from, like, you know, arrow fire for the most part, because they'll preserve my troops. Get these guys to throw up their stuff. Basically, you guys keep routing every so often because, like, you know, they're getting, like, you know, pelted with so much stuff here. And I think part of this game I was just watching people die from, like, you know, stuff like this. Oh, they're actually going to engage me here, I think. I actually lost a couple troops there because that's what the red number means, but whatever. Well, you know what? Let's just get everyone ready to go.
Focus your missile fire on a small section of the enemy army.
Blah blah. This is the warband for, like, you know, the enemy here. Everyone's just gonna charge and destroy him for the most part. Apparently they have 4 barbarian peasants, you know, standing over there ready to go, but whatever. Yeah, they're not going to stand too much, you know, to this type of attack, but whatever. There's our general basically fighting his last.
Rome demands victory from her generals, and this day is clearly our victory.
So it looks like I lost one, like, you know, guy there. Oh, they killed 4 of my guys, but, you know, whatever, that's fine. There's basically a battle. Usually you start with, like, you know, wearing down with, like, arrow fire, or you know, charge with, like, you know, melee units, whatever. Whatever works. So there's Sagasta taken. Now if I want to, I can occupy, enslave, or exterminate. Exterminate basically, like, you know, kills, like, you know, a lot of the people. Enslave basically disperses, like, their people around to your, you know, population centers. And occupy is basically keep it where it is and, like, you know, just take a little bit of gold from it. Now for basically doing this, I got some money for, you know, taking a settlement. Because it's a small settlement. Let's build a governor's house to first start off with. I can't recruit anyone in here because it's too small a settlement to do that, but, you know, eventually will probably at some point. Now if I go into, like, these guys, I can right click to see what they're all about. So there's, like, the Veltes. These guys are basically light skirmishing troops. You got, like, the Stadi here. These guys are basically younger men of Republican armies who are not, like, meant to take up the heavy fighting. There's the Triarii, basically spearmen of, like, the Roman Legion. Archers. They're very much a secondary role in the Roman warfare, basically, these guys. But whatever. Alright, so that's basically out of the way. Let's just end our turn. Alright, so these guys want to have trade rights with me. I'm actually going to refuse this for a simple reason that I'm about to go to war with these guys anyways. Let's get some map information. I want to give that to me, I guess. Maybe. Alright, this guy just wants to ban any words, I guess, so I'm not going to worry about him. Alright, so basically they want me to take Narbo Martius next, and they'll basically reward me with a unit I can recruit. Where is that? I think it might be over here, possibly. By the way, these guys are basically, you know, lay siege to Syracuse over here, to the Greek city. So basically, the Scipio are attacking over there. These guys at some point will attack Apollinio over there, you know, to do their thing. There's this guy's, you know, warband basically coming for me. So this guy's basically got barbarian cavalry. He's got warbands, skirmisher warband, and it's like his general as well. He's probably going to attack me, but I'll just wipe out his army and be done with it that way. Let's have you go over here. You can send him over here. Actually, send this guy here too. I really don't need to keep, like, you know, everyone in here, so let's have this guy be my main attacking general for now, because he's basically only, like, you know, 28, so won't die right away. And let's take all these guys out. Let's have Dennis mismarked over here to Arretium rather. Over here, let's just retrain these guys. You know, we make the losses I basically lost. I didn't build anything over here apparently, or yes I did, build the temple series. Let's get cumulative firing room over here as well. And after I basically defeat this guy's army, I'll probably send my guys south to try and deal with, like, you know, what's over here. So let's just end our turn. Now, if these guys are all moving, they'll basically all move for you. So my diplomat's basically going to move over here. Then it'll be Juli's turn to move around, and Senate and everyone else. Looks like he's going to attack me right away. That's nice. Okay, war was declared basically between the House of Julii and Greek cities, so we're basically now at war with them as well, because we're basically allied with Brutii. There's our guys getting retrained and built. Basically at the end of a turn you get, like, or at the start of a turn you get, like, all these, like, little, like, reports about what's going on. So basically there's, like, our income and such.
Noble master,
Oh, they want me to take this summon over here. That's pretty far away.
without delay. No more.
And it's a Gulf summit too, so that'll be fun. Interesting. Well, one of the easiest way probably to do this would be just to sack, like, these guys' stuff over here, but let's get them over here, I guess, these guys. And I'll move my fleet over here. Basically, this is what I'm going to do, and so I'm just going to drop my fleet over here to, like, transfer my guys. Right now, he doesn't have a whole lot basically to hit me with over here, so I can probably sally out and be able to, like, survive long enough, basically, if these guys attack me over here. Oh, cool, we got this built up. Alright, let's build up some walls, because we're basically on the front line here. And you know what? Let's just go with normal tax rate. In here, let's just get our guy to go over there. And let's build up some more town watch, I guess. Town watch are basically your, like, basic garrison unit. They're basically meant to hold and, like, basically keep, things going, basically straightforward very nicely, I guess. Let's get some robes, and I've got a temple series over here as well. Alright, I got my spy here. Oh, there's the Rome's sent, like, diplomat over there. Let's have you basically spying this guy, I guess. So he's got civilized slave in here apparently. He's intelligent and he's Spartan, so that's basically their leader. And if we can go over here. Basically there's this summon over here. Basically this guy's got 2 warbands, 3 warbands, some barbarian cavalry. He's got the shrine to Isus, so basically every, like, faction's got, like, their own temples and stuff. Basically Isus is the Gaelic god of rogues apparently. So there's that. He's got the Warriors Hold, Wooden Palisades.
Fleet ready.
He actually moves his army around here a little bit apparently.
At your service.
There's Brudiai's diplomat over there. If I want to actually enter the settlements with my guys, by the way, this will actually give me a chance to open the doors when I basically attack. Basically this guy here, here's this guy, he's basically the faction heir. He's got a drinking uncle, he's got drinking companion. He's very lively, he likes to drink. Intelligent, national general, faction heir. General barbarian and all that. Let's get you over here. There's basically a rebel town right here. I'm actually really tempted to take this rebel town, but I do have a mission to take this right away. But you know what? Let's just drop my guy here. This is another rebel town I can take. Let's just take it, and then I can, like, use it as, like,
Orders. Aye, Captain.
basically a settlement basically to hold over here. It'll give me some time before I actually have to fight this guy, basically, is the thing. Alright, let's get ourselves some Hastati at this point. Hastati will be, like, a little bit better at fighting than, like, the town watch if I need him to. And we'll get this guy building up this.
Your honor.
Now, no boy, the game's divided basically into like summer phase and like winter phase. So during winter you like see snow, and during summer you see like, you know, not snow. Basically, you know, the map will basically change depending on like, you know, if it's winter or not. So there's like, you know, winter all over here and all that stuff. Winter all the way down here. And then of course over here you basically have like the desert, which is, you know, not going to be winterized or anything. Alright, you can go... I just what I want to get this guy is to go all the way over here basically, so... We'll get him over here if I can. And you know what? You can actually leave, I think, so... Let's get my spy out. I really don't need him in there, so... Just take him out. Rebel town up there, apparently. Now, this is going to be a little bit tougher to take because I actually got, like, you know, wooden palisade on this one. But I don't see this being too tough of a battle to, like, take out these guys, so... Let's just build ourselves a siege engine. I got enough to build 3 of them if I want, so why not? He's actually sending some guys over here, apparently. That's interesting. You know, thinking about... I could, like, just put this kind of ship to bring him over here, but whatever. Have a look around here. Basically, that's like the end of their borders right here. Spain is right across over here, apparently, so that's good to know. Basically, this is Spanish territory over here.
Yes, Captain. No more moves, sir.
Here's a stadium built over here. Send these guys over there for now. And I'll get these guys build up a couple more of these guys. You can go in there. You can go in there. At this point, building up paved roads would be nice, I guess. Just so my guys can move around a little bit faster. You can build that when you get the chance. Yeah, I'll build another study over here. We'll put that study right there. So that guy, by the way, he came from Arenium over here, so he's got, you know, he basically ran out of moves there. Basically, these guys, like, you know, they can only move so far before, like, they, you know, run out of, like, moves, so gotta keep that in mind, but whatever. Let's just get ourselves more Hastati. And over here, we got basically 2 guys in here now for some reason, and these guys apparently coming out. I don't know why, don't really care. You can pick your way over here. See, this guy's used guy's army over here, so that's just something that the Gales usually like to do for some reason. There's another rebel town over there, apparently. That's good to know. We're just going to march by our army here. Now, no way, the Senate's usually kind of random with like what they basically suggest you take first. So basically, they're having me take Sagasti here first, but they could have actually had me go like, you know, second go after like, you know, this summon here, or they could have like said take one of these summons up there. So apparently, like, these guys are at War of Carthage now. I'm technically at War of Carthage too, I guess, but whatever. There's Stronceris basically built, so basically, you know, blah blah blah. There's those guys being trained. You go right there. You go right here. That's a nice little bit of, like, you know, construction there. But I don't have to basically worry about those guys for 2 turns for the most part, but nah, whatever. Just build this statue here, I guess. Alright, so I basically got 3 turns basically if I want to let these guys surrender normally, but if I attack them right away right now, I basically, can just take it right from them, so why not? A little bit bigger than the last one. So yes, if I want to, I can automatically resolve the battle, which will basically cost me a lot of troops, so let's just basically go in there and just fight them manually. You can see what it's like to fight a walled city.
Rebellious slaves may think of victory, but we should make them think kindly of their masters' whips. They are dead men walking. They have been lulled into a false sense of security by a few feet of defensive wall, as if that will protect them. I have never yet lost a fight against these men. I have no intention of starting today. So together, we will gain another victory. Brave Romans, prepare to defend yourselves!
Another rousing speech.
Siege equipment.
Blah blah, I got siege equipment. So basically in this fight we have to fight the guys in the gate. There's basically a few like guard towers every so often, which will basically rain fire on my troops so I get too close to them, but up here we can basically just ram into their, the summoned doors, so let's do that. I really don't need to have like this many siege engines, so let's just drop these guys here. And we're just gonna get these guys basically to go up here. That's probably a little bit too diverse. I want to be very careful of like these towers, right? So that'll be good for now. Let's just start the battle. It looks like these guys actually have some spearmen, so that'll be interesting. Basically, these are like militia hoplites, so they're basically very good at defending themselves, I guess. One moment, just going to see what's going on, so I'm just going to pause the battle.